Let's go hunting, ladies and gentlemen. Another trick that I've known, that I've used, that it has worked for me everywhere except Texas. One time I was coming back from Mexico, and as soon as I came into Texas, I hadn't driven not even half an hour when I got pulled over by a state trooper, and he pulled me over for speeding. I'm like, really? Was I really speeding? He says, yes, you were going 64 on a 60. Like, you pulled me over for 4 miles over the limit. And it's just, he says, yes, in Texas the limit is the limit. I'm like, oh, right, it's good to know. So I was just entering Texas, and as you may know, Texas is as long as most people's lives. It takes you forever to go from one end to another. So I had to drive the limit all the way up to Arkansas, Texarkana, Arkansas, whatever. So once I got there, the trick that I have used all the time is you put the cruise control 8 or 9 miles over the limit if your car is calibrated right and your tires are the right size and you will not get pulled over. Again, don't take my word for it, don't try it. Lately I've been doing 4 or 3 miles over the limit, set the cruise control, and if you see a cop, don't slow down, because you're gonna make him think that you're doing something illegal. Just let it cruise, unless he's got the lights on, then you pull to the left and you lower your speed by 20 miles per hour. So I hope they have a saying in, I believe it's Oklahoma. The cops, I don't know if it's only there or at some other places, they say 9 you're fine, 10 you're mine, which means that if you're going 9 miles over the limit, you're fine, but if you go 10 miles over the limit, you're getting pulled over, and more than likely you are gonna get a ticket. So again, don't believe me, anything and everything that I say, don't believe me, do your own research, get to your own conclusion, and do the best that you can. I see more lights. I see another gas station, which is my exit 114 to Yancey. If anybody wants to know where Yancey is, if you go out west of San Antonio on 90, which is a state road, it's not a highway, you'll get to Hondo. If you go down from Hondo to I-35, Yancey is right smack in the middle. So between I-35 going to Laredo and Hondo, Texas, just west of San Antonio, you'll find the little town of Yancey, where I go hunting, and where Nando Rango is supposed to go hunting, and Jimmy Oranda is supposed to be hunting today. We actually have hunting until the week of January 20th, that weekend, and it's over until next year for whitetail anyway. Another myth that people say is that deer don't come out unless it's cold, and today we have like the perfect weather to hang out, to do whatever it is that you need, because it's 5:38 a.m. dawn is at 7, and we have 70 degrees already, and I have my hoodie, so I'll probably start getting naked later on. But deer don't come out when it's cold. They're supposed to come out when, dependent on the daylight that they have. That's what they base their mating season on, not on the amount of time that they have during daylight, not really on the coldness or the hotness or whatever. So I don't know if it's a myth. I just know that I heard it, and I just go whenever I feel like it, and if I see them, I see them. If not, oh well. Another little trick that I use on my car, on my wife's car, and my truck, we have deer whistles, and you can get them at Walmart. You can get them at the auto parts store. They are called deer whistles, or you can get them on Amazon.com. noise coming from your vehicle. And that came about because one of our co-workers, a deer ran into her driver's side window, and she dragged him for a few minutes. That it probably felt like hours because her antlers were inside the driver's side, and her mirror was broken, and I have no idea how she didn't get hurt. But after that, my wife looked into deer whistles and we put them on, and so far I've only had one. We've been doing this for about 10 years. We've had them for about 10 years, and so far I only found one stupid deer that just decided to cross the road in front of me. Wasn't running, he was just not listening to anything. He was probably on drugs. There is another one, a little baby on the right. So he just decided to cross. I was doing about 60 miles per hour, which I shouldn't do at this time in this road. It was actually a different road, and I just thought of stopping. I just thought of running him over. I thought if I swerve to the right, I'm gonna go into the ditch. If I swerve to the left, he was coming from the left, so the odds on him noticing me and jumping, he was gonna jump back to where he came from, because they always do that. So keep that in mind. Deer whistles, drive slower, drive careful, be safe. Okay, blinking yellow light, that means I'm coming into the beautiful city of Yancey, Texas. It's a little town, but I call it a city because one day it's going to be. Maybe I'll never see it as a city, but I'm getting here. And then we're gonna go left at the post office. I see a car with very, very, very bright lights. Let's see if I can lower them. I guess those are his low beams. He probably needs to adjust them. So where's my post office? As you can see, this little great city, you blink and you miss it. So there's post office in front of us, and we go. That's it. That's downtown, ladies and gentlemen. We have the fire department on the right. We have Yancey something supply store. We have like 3 churches on the left. And that's it. That's Yancey for you. Commercial. If you like videos like this, go to a white Mexican in Texas, and you'll see a lot of my videos on there that I put that hashtag on there. Again, a white Mexican in Texas. Or in Spanish, un mexicano blanco en Texas. Again, un mexicano blanco en Texas, para que encuentren algunos de mis videos. Y acuérdense, amigos de habla hispana, que un mexicano en Texas. Ahí anda un venado. There's a deer right there on the left. He just went inside the fence. Texas, it's supposed to be spelled with a J, but it has been spelled with an X forever. But Texas, it's supposed to be spelled with a J, but no, I spelled it with an X because I almost feel Texan. Any more deer around the corner? Maybe, nah. Garbage cans, no deer so far. We just made a right, we're gonna make a left. And we'll be there in no time. We're still at 5:50, so I got an hour to sit. This creek sometimes gets a lot of water that I haven't been able to cross. I have to go all the way around. right to get to Tunas Ranch. See that? See that pretty sign right there? Commercial. I don't know if you can see the little lights, the reflective lights way back there. If you go on the link on this description of this video, there is links for hip camping. We have 7 sites available over here. They're about $15 a night, so you can camp. We got a little fire pit, and also if you want to do hunting, that'll be a different fee. You don't set it up through hip camp. You would have to make arrangements, direct message me, and we'll figure something out. If you want to come hunting out here, but camping, you can set it up straight into hip camp. And again, there's a link in the description below. So I'm gonna park right over here and walk to my blind. There's a deer right there. I don't know if you can see him. He just ran away, and he don't care. He's gonna come back. So I'm gonna park and walk. Check for snakes, scorpions, and spiders. I don't see any, so let's set up. I got my munchies in there. My rifle is ready. I just gotta take the safety off, and so now I just get to wait and wait and wait. Another myth that somebody was saying was that I was wearing my camel over my I was wearing my orange over my camel. So somebody said, check that guy wearing camel over wearing orange over his camel. I heard that if you are hunting, you need to wear something orange so other hunters will see you and not shoot you. Now, again, don't believe me. Look at the regulations where you're hunting, if you're on public land or private land, inside a tent or outside a tent. So I'm actually gonna play with the camera that my son gave me in a few minutes. I'm probably gonna scare the big deer, but A man's gotta play when a man's gotta play.